You want a nice kitchen, don't you? Well, don't make these mistakes, and you might have a chance at that. With 20 years experience and thousands of kitchen jobs under my belt, this advice is something you should definitely not ignore when embarking on a new kitchen renovation. Decide on your appliances early. Do not let your appliance choices wait till after you've designed and ordered your kitchen. It is essential that you get the appliance sizes right, and it's essential that the designer gets them right when they're planning out your kitchen project. There's a huge difference between a countertop fridge and a standard fridge. And appliance widths, they all vary. Even fractions of an inch can make a difference in your kitchen project. Where this really gets important is when you have inserted appliances such as an oven or double oven or an inserted microwave, warming drawers, and other types of appliances that need to have a cutout and insert into the cabinet. If this cutout is done incorrectly, the whole project can stall, and it's very frustrating. Probably one of the most common kitchen renovation mistakes that's out there: bring in a fridge or some other appliance and it doesn't fit the space that's allotted for it. It is very frustrating, it costs time, it costs money, and it's something that could easily have been dealt with. Even if you're reusing your old appliances, which many people do, still make sure you measure them to make sure they're gonna fit in your current space with the current cabinet layout. If you're planning on upgrading your appliances later on, have an idea of what those appliances are going to be. Maybe you can't afford new appliances now, so you're reusing your old appliances. But when you go to buy that new fridge and it doesn't fit the space that your old fridge was in, and you can't find something else that's suitable, or you go to buy a new range cooker, you want something that's 36 inches wide and your cabinet's only a lot for 30 inches, this is an issue that can easily be dealt with if in the planning stages you think, well, in a couple years I do want to change my appliances. Let's plan for that so that when the time comes, we can get what we want. Get a bigger window. By far the biggest mistake I made in my own kitchen was this one. Okay, this could be a stretch for a lot of people because when you're doing a kitchen design, you're not really thinking about changing out your windows. Windows can be fairly expensive. However, if it is possible for you to change your window and make that window wider, I highly suggest you do this. You will not regret it. And I know, you'll lose wall cabinets if you go with a really wide window. Wall cabinets aren't that useful when you really think about it. They're hard to access for most people, and they don't really store a ton. So get rid of a few. What's the big difference if you can have a great big window in your kitchen? It's the one mistake I made when redesigning this house. We changed every other window but one, the little one in the kitchen with the grills. And that's another thing I'm not gonna go into, but grills and windows are just, no thank you. Okay, so you can't change your window, I get it. Maybe it's not possible, maybe it's too much money, maybe whatever. So what do you do then? Add lights. Lights, lights, and more lights. Listen, you cannot add enough lights to your kitchen. You don't have to turn them on, so it's not a big deal if you didn't want to have them all on at one time to get a suntan. Put as much lighting into your kitchen as possible. Pendant lights and under the cabinet lights and over the cabinet lights and toe kick lights and lights in your drawers and in the cabinets themselves, and just lights everywhere. You won't regret it. Getting as much light in your kitchen is a good play, and it's something you should consider when you're doing a kitchen renovation, and not having enough light is a huge mistake. If you can avoid this, you will do yourself a favor, and that is going into crippling debt over your kitchen. Spend your money where it matters. This might mean sacrificing in one area so that you can maximize the quality of another area. And the best place to spend money in a kitchen renovation is in quality hardware and quality cabinet boxes. Next to that is accessories like pullouts and things that make life easier in the kitchen, and then consider countertops and backsplashes and other areas like that. A $3,000 faucet is great to have, but if it comes down to that and a great set of pullouts for your pantry, go with the pullouts and save up for the faucet. And try to understand what's going to give you the most return on your investment later on down the road if you decide to sell that home. There's lots of ways that you can do budget-friendly renovations so that you don't have to be paying off that thing for years and years to come. Maybe if you just wait a couple years and save up so that you can afford that kitchen renovation, and in the meantime do little things to upgrade your kitchen to make it that much more livable, might be a better solution. Okay, this one's not a big deal and it's not going to make or break your kitchen renovation, but I think it's good advice, and I think it's a mistake if you don't do this, and that's to not record the process. Don't forget to take pictures of the before and after and the process in between of your kitchen project. It's just nice, and you never know, you just might inspire someone else to renovate their kitchen, which then they could probably use my online design service, and it's a win-win for everyone. Maybe one of the biggest mistakes you could possibly make is to treat your installers poorly. You've done a ton of work up to this point. You've planned and measured and designed and redesigned and redesigned. All of this time and energy and money goes into getting this kitchen the way you want it. You've been dreaming about this process for years. You've been saving up the money to get this kitchen. Everything is in place. The kitchen arrives, your installers arrive, and you don't buy them lunch. That is the biggest mistake you can make, is not buying your installers lunch. The kitchen renovation process is in the hands of your installers at this point. They will make or break this kitchen, and it is important that you treat them well. Buy them coffee, just give them pats on the back so that they are very happy and feel welcomed in your home to install your kitchen. Yes, it's their job. Yes, they should be doing a good job, but listen, we're all people and we all like to feel like what we're doing is valued. We all like to feel like we're doing a good job. So when they hear it from you, hey, you're doing a super job, here's pizza for lunch, they will be that much more invested in making sure that you have a really nice outcome because they will enjoy being there and working with you. Everything I do as a designer gets put into the hands of an installer, so shout out to all my installer friends out there who are in the trenches making this industry what it is. All these kitchens that we see on Instagram and Pinterest and in blogs and magazines and the internet and whatever, they all went through the hands of an installer. So think about that. Treat them well. It's a mistake if you don't. This might be controversial. This is definitely my opinion, and I definitely do not mean to offend anybody. But seriously, stop it with the kitchen knobs. Spending all this money for this beautiful new kitchen to put knobs on it. Come on. No, we can't be doing this anymore. Now this is just me, I just don't like knobs on kitchen doors. I prefer handles, but I don't prefer those super long handles that were in style a few years ago that were, just massive, that look like refrigerator door handles. Just go with a regular handle. The ones you want to look for are 96 millimeters center to center. These are the most common handle that you're going to find out there, meaning that in 5 years down the road, when you're tired of your handles, they're going to be the easiest to replace and you'll have the most variety when you go to choose them. If you go with those super long handles down the road, you're not going to have much selection to choose from when you go to change them out. And you will want to change them out. Handles are the easiest thing to change in a kitchen. They're the least costly and they can upgrade the look of your kitchen pretty easily. But not if you have to go re-drill holes or patch up holes and repaint things. Then things just get super messy and it's not even worth doing. Just go with the standard ones. Your kitchen will look just as nice with those. This mistake is definitely going to cost you because although your cabinets are functional and although the layout is optimized, if it doesn't look trendy, you're going to be disappointed. And the mistake you don't want to make is not doing your research on what's trendy. And to do that, check out this video on my top 10 design trends for 2022 and beyond.